Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity. Today I am shopping my stash once again for the new month, and I've got a couple more products left over in here that I want to go through and put back into my collection before we go and pick out some new products. Per usual, if you see anything missing in here that I had picked out from last month's Shop My Stash video, make sure you check out my monthly makeup review for last month because those products are in there, and once I talk about them in there, I put them back into my collection right away since I've already given a review on them. No need to rehash it in this video. Just always want to put that out there in case you are wondering why this looks so empty. But anyway, let's take it drawer by drawer as usual and see what we're putting back. First up, I do want to say that I'm leaving the Melt Cosmetics Pro. This is their Pro like magnetic palette, but it has 3 stacks that I own from them. I'm leaving this out because I did not get a chance to really try it. I think I used them probably like 4 times, but they were kind of incorporating them with other looks, so never on their own, and I haven't given them enough like of a try to really say what I think one way or another, so I'm gonna leave it out for this next month. Alright, so these colored liners from Urban Decay and also NYX Cosmetics I'm going to be putting back because I was able to do my duper dead on these. That's going to be coming later in this month, so be on the lookout for that, but I have a video sharing and comparing these two. I have a black liner and a purple liner that I just pulled out as I was doing looks, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick those back along with this red liner from NYX. This was new, so I do want to mention that I do really like this formula, and it's a really good red, like deep red color if you're looking for one. I did really like that. I'm also going to go ahead and put back the Pixi liner. This is a really nice kind of cream colored eyeliner for your waterline. It's not as good as the Rimmel one. I feel like the Rimmel is a little more pigmented, but it does do the job well. And then Flower Beauty sent me a couple, and these were the 2 I tried. This is like a green and a brown. I like them both. They both have a little bit of sparkle in it, so if you like that, definitely recommend. They held up fairly well. Not as good as Rimmel, but pretty darn well. But I am going to put them back in. I didn't get a chance to try this Covergirl brow product right here, so we're leaving that in. Then I'm also going to leave this flower like brow stamp in there as well because I only tried that like a couple times. Don't really have my thoughts on it. And then per usual, I'm going to leave the Tightline mascara in there. I think this will be my last month. I might be able to get one more month out of it, but I've had it open for a little while, so I want to make sure I'm using it, and I only use this on my lower lashes. I like this mascara, but there are a couple things that keep me from like really liking it, really recommending it. It is not waterproof. It smudges pretty easily if your eyes start to water, and it also flakes throughout the day pretty noticeably. Like I have some mascaras that just flake a little bit, but this flakes majorly, and if I don't keep up with like checking in on my face throughout the day, I look pretty ridiculous by the end of the night. I like the wand. I like the length that it gives and the definition. It doesn't do anything crazy, but it does a nice job. It can really help to like plump up your lashes and almost give you a chunky look, but still like not super chunky. So I like the look it gives me, but it's just not my favorite. I like the wand in that it's tiny, so I was actually using it on my lower lashes, but because it smudges and flakes so easily, it doesn't really work on my lower lashes. I'll still get use out of it, but I just wish this did. If this didn't flake and was more water resistant, I would like it and recommend it a whole lot more, but since it's not, it's just okay. And also this like wand is like super bendy. It's a little weird, but anyway, it's just an okay mascara. I'll use it up a different month, but I'm going to grab something else for this month. I'm going to be leaving the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder in here for this next month. I want to continue trying it. I used it and I didn't notice anything too bad, but I want to try one more month before I give my final thoughts or review in like a makeup monthly. And then these two I reached out. I've tried them before. I've liked them both, and I really grew to like these. I'm not crazy about the shimmer in this, but the highlight is gorgeous and the contour is really, really good. But I'm just going to change them out and get something else for this next month. Alright, this one has this Hourglass Mineral Veil Powder. I want to keep using it one more month. I used it pretty solidly this past month, but now I want to reach in and grab one of my favorite like setting powders and just to see how it compares this next month before I kind of give my final say, because this is from Hourglass, so it is expensive. This is from my last month's BoxyCharm, but it's in here because it doesn't fit into the other drawer where I put my BoxyCharm products. And then these two blushes from No7 I really do like, but I don't need both. So let me look in my collection and see, and I'm going to keep the more unique color. They're actually pretty both unique and different for my collection. This is a lot brighter than what I have, and this is more peachy than what I have, but I think I am going to keep this peach one. It is called Peach Velvet, and then I'm going to declutter the Damson Mist, just because this one is a bit brighter than I typically like for this color, so I found myself reaching for this one more. It's still a very pretty blush. It works very well. I highly recommend it. Very pigmented, but I'm just just for the sake of not having too many blushes, I'm going to get rid of this one, declutter it, and keep this one. My lipstick drawer is always full. I'm going to put this back. I wore it a couple times this past month. Ulta Beauty's Matte Lip Cream. This is in Bombshell. I really do like their formula. I highly recommend it, but I'm going to stick it back into my collection. I tried this one out. It's from Covergirl. It's a Katy Cat gloss. Wasn't the biggest fan of it. This is in Tabby Tease. It was just a little too chunky and thick, but there wasn't a whole lot of product on the applicator, so it didn't really go on well. I felt like it was a bit streaky. I'm not a gloss person, so I wasn't crazy about this, but I did wear it, I think, like twice. It was okay. I'm gonna put that probably just to pass along, and I might try one other from their collection before just giving up on it. These two I did not get a chance to try this month. I didn't get a chance to try this. This is from Kaplan MD. I think I shared it on my Instagram, but I want to show you guys here because I feel like this is a really cool tube of lipstick. So you have it like this, and then all you have to do is twist the bottom, and it pops up to open the cap, and then you continue twisting to bring up the actual product. Isn't that cool? It feels very lightweight, so not super like luxe in the way it feels in your hand, but it's pretty fancy on the way it opens. Anyway, keeping that in here, I did try the Diamond Crushers this past month. I didn't try the green one, but I tried the purple one. So I'm very proud of myself that I actually finally tried them, and I'm just not the biggest fan of it. They don't really dry down, at least when I topped it. That's my son, Gideon. He is talking. At least when I topped it over a regular lipstick. And it's very glittery. It's not very opaque. So I wore this in a video. I'll go ahead and link it up here because it's already live. And it just, I don't know, it just didn't look that good. If you have like a purple or a green liquid lipstick or a lipstick that you want to give some shine, I can see these being worth the investment. But just by themselves, they don't give that color. So for me, I'm not a fan of these. I might keep the green one just to one day use, but I don't know. I might keep them, but more than likely I might just give them to my sisters. And then last up is the Rani Cosmetics liquid lipstick. I wore this twice, but I want to wear it a couple more times before I put it in my collection and kind of give a review on it. And then I also got this Cargo. It's a lip primer that I want to try this next month. So these are all staying. Okay, last drawer. Let's see. This is staying in there. I just got it. It's an olive mixer because a lot of my very fair foundations are too pink toned, so I feel like this is going to correct it for me and make it more my shade. This concealer from Revolution, this was really nice, but I don't really like it for concealing. One, because it's a bit thicker, but it doesn't exactly give more coverage with the thickness. So for the amount of coverage it gives me, I would prefer to use like my Maybelline Fit Me or my Urban Decay Naked Skin, just because they're very light feeling along with their light coverage. For this, it gives decent coverage, but not crazy, but it still looks heavy on the skin, if all that makes sense. What I do like this for is if I'm going to do a cut crease, because it's a lot thinner than my Tarte Shape Tape, which is what I typically use, and I feel like I can build it up better. It just works a lot better. It doesn't dry down as fast as the Tarte Shape Tape, so I really, really, really like this for using as cut creases. It was super easy, glided on no problem, whereas the Tarte Shape Tape is just so like dry, it's very difficult to use, I feel like, so I like this for using for cut creases. But for now, I'm just going to put it back into my collection. I'm going to put the No7 concealer back in. Enjoyed it. I do need to use it up though. Let me leave it in here because I feel like there's not much left. I'm going to try to use it up. Just keep it in my everyday drawer until it's gone. And then this Bobbi Brown concealer, I just wasn't a fan of. For one, it's like super drying, and I know I probably could have taken the stopper out, which maybe I will try. I don't know. It's just, there's not a whole lot of product you get on the tip, and then even then, the product itself is super thick and not easy to blend, and honestly just looks dry and cakey. So I think I'm just gonna toss this. All right, last couple of products. These two are staying. Once again, I didn't use this, and this one I didn't use because I need a foundation mixer. It's too dark, so I'm getting a white foundation mixer. It should be coming in any day now, or actually by the time this video goes up, because I'm doing it a little early, it should be in, so I'm going to continue testing this out next month. And I put this back in. I feel like I talked about this in my makeup monthly review for this last month, but must not, because I put it back in my drawer. Anyway, I like this, but it's a little too hydrating. Just like the Smashbox, it kind of does the same thing, except this is more of like a serum consistency, very light, whereas this is like a lotion. It's very thick. So I wore both these one day, and at the end of the day, because it is getting a lot warmer here, I was shiny on like my whole face, but I look so bad, so oily on this side, and this was just a little bit of a dewiness. Nothing too greasy, but this I just looked straight up greasy all over. So for me, in the winter, this is a primerizer that that works for me. This does not, but I would say that if you have very dry skin, maybe give this a try because it is so moisturizing. But if you're oily skin, I don't think you'll like this. All that to say, I'm going to be passing this along because it just doesn't work for my skin. All right, I think that's about it. I am leaving the Smashbox in there. I did talk about this in my makeup monthly review, but I do want to continue using it just to get a better grasp of it because I'm always forgetting to actually use it. So I only used it a handful of times this past month. So I'm going to leave it there, continue using it, and that way if I discover anything new, I can mention it again. But yeah, anyway, with all that said, let's go on over to my new product drawers and pick out some new products for this month. All right, this is my face drawer. I definitely know, whoops, that I want to try one of these foundations. I'm just going to grab the LA Girl one and I'll do the number 7 next month. Oh, also I am going to try this. I got the PR package from Covergirl as well, so I need to find my shade. I think this one's too light. I don't know. I was going between these two. This is L10 and L30 to try to find my shade, but one of these, I'll figure it out, whichever one I'll be using this next month. I'm also going to try out this one Prismatic Petal from Smashbox and Vlada. I think this was a Sephora exclusive. I also really need to try these, at least one of them from Covergirl. This is their Healthy Glow. It's kind of like their cream highlighter. Not into cream highlighters, but I do need to give them a try. So I'm going to put both in there, but I'm guessing I'm only going to use this one. We'll see. I'm going to stick both in there. I also want to try this matte bronzer from NYX. A lot of y'all recommended this to me after I shared that I wasn't really into the Wet n Wild like duo that I've been panning. I'm just not caring for the formula as much as I thought I would, or that I used to before I started using it so hardcore. So I asked for more drugstore recommendations and this was one of them, so I got that. I'm going to bring these two blushes out. This is from Lorac. It's their blush in Aura, A-U-R-A, I think that's Aura. I purchased this a little while ago and I've just been waiting to use it. And then this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush in Sweet Cheeks. It's like a very highlighty blush, so don't have high hopes for loving this, so that's why I want a different blush to have on hand just in case, but I do want to give it a couple tries. And last up from this drawer, I want to try this Clarins SOS Primer. I'm intrigued by it, so I'm going to pull that out. All right, on to my eye drawer. I'm going to grab some liquid liners. I'm going to grab all these to try. This is from Pixi. I want to see if it's as good as the one in the Wiley duo. This is from Smashbox and Vlada. It is their, I think the rose gold, 24 karat rose. And then these from Covergirl. I'm going to go ahead and grab this Mulberry Matte from Pixi, and then also these two mascaras. This is the Covergirl Peacock Flare Mascara, and then the Simple Colors Diva Lash Color Mascara. And then I'm going to also throw in these BH Cosmetics Studio Pro 201, M201 lashes. They look fun. Then comes the lip drawer. I need to go through this and kind of, because I've already got my thoughts on these products, so I do need to go through it and kind of weed them out. I want to try this Covergirl Queen Major Shade line, so I'm going to grab these two colors. And then I also wanted to try a deeper color in the Melting Pout Matte line. And then I'll grab these. I've been dying to try the Jessie's Girl lipsticks. And then this Pixi one, it's a matte luster lipstick. Sounds like I'll really like it. And then I'm also curious to try the Smashbox and Vlada Be Legendary Petal Metal Liquid Lip. And I think I'll be a good girl and stop it there. Maybe? Maybe? Stop looking, Katie. Yes, I will be a good girl and stop there. All right, now time for the palettes. You guys know I have 3 drawers here. I'm just going to kind of look through, and I think I'm just going to try to pick either 3 big palettes or 4 small ones. All right, so I'm going to be trying out the Beached eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay. Super excited to give this a try. I'm also going to be testing out this Smashbox and Vlada eyeshadow palette here and just see what I think about this. And I'm also going to reach for the Lime Crime Venus XL palette. I've been really excited and curious to give this a try. I just really am liking the pinky red looks, and this is full of it. And then last up, if I get to all the other palettes that I picked out, these are single shadows from Sydney Grace that I recently purchased. These are all new ones, but these down here I've tried in the past, but I would like to give the new ones a try. Or actually, I think these 2 and then these 4 are the old ones and everything else is new. But I would like to try them out a little bit, so if I can this next month, I'll finish off the month trying those. And then also, I forgot I had this highlighter in here because it's a palette. I put it with the palettes, but it's a highlighter from Profusion. I think I've heard good things about this, so I'm going to put this also to give a try this next month. All right, per usual, it's just time to fill in the holes. So let me kind of look through what I've picked out and then pick anything else that I need for this next month. It's starting to get pretty hot, so I'm gonna get my Stay Matte Primer from Rimmel to have along with the other two. For concealers, I'm gonna try these two, the Bye Bye Under Eyes for when I want full coverage, and then I wanna try this color corrector from Becca. I've been curious to try it out, and then I think it'll pair well with the No7 since that's a much lighter and lighter coverage concealer. It'll be good to use this underneath that. So these will be my concealers. I'm gonna get these two for powders. I wanna compare this against the Hourglass setting powder, and then I also like this for setting my whole face. I got a new one, I'm so excited. And then last up, I'm grabbing this mascara from Found. I just want one more mascara because I know how this performs and I like how it performs, so just in case the other two that I picked out I hate, I can at least get through the month with this. Alright, so I think those are all the products. I hope I remembered everything, but now let's go on over and organize it back into the drawers and recap as usual. Alright, so I'm a little full this month. As you saw, I could not get those products in there. I'm probably just going to put them on top of this little tower. So now that I got it all in there, let's go ahead and recap. Per usual, I'm not going to show you the BoxyCharm drawer, which is right there, and then I won't show you my Project Panning drawer. Hi Gideon, right there, just because I update those in those videos. Alright, so we are full of eyeliners, mascaras, and gel liners. I am excited. Also a couple brow products in there, but this will be my eye drawer. Hands down, my favorite drawer, the eyeshadow palette drawer. I got Urban Decay, Smashbox, Lime Crime, and then my Sydney Grace at the very bottom. My cheek drawer is pretty darn full, and I kind of feel like I picked a little too much, but oh well, we will get through it, and if not, it'll just roll over into the next month. A little unusual, I feel like my lipstick drawer is pretty darn empty, but I'm excited to try to give all these a try this next month. And then here is my face drawer. I really feel like I pulled too much because I have 3 foundations to try. All of them are matte, which is good because it's getting pretty hot here in Virginia, but we'll see how it goes. I got like 2 primers, 3 primers, we'll see. We shall see, but there is my face drawer. So there you go. That is my Shop My Stash for this next month of June. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I picked out to focus on this next month. Thank you guys so much for watching, and why don't we go ahead and check out the little guy who's been talking this whole time. Say hello, people. Hello, people. I had a lot to say today. I had a lot to say today. Yeah, you did, big boy. Happy boo boo boo. Happy boo boo boo. But anyway, I'll go ahead and end here with this shot of Gideon. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye, guys. Say bye. Bye. Yeah, you just chewing on that thumb. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh my gosh, you broke a tooth. Oh my goodness.